Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so this is going to be the first exercise that we are going to do on this YouTube channel. How are we going to do this? You take a pen and paper, and when you're ready, you play the video. I will be reading out questions. The way you do these questions is don't use your mind, don't use logic, don't use cognition, don't use oh, but this is this, so that's how it is, and don't do that. uh, these questions are to bring awareness to you about things. So the minute you hear the question, what is the first thing that shows up? Write it down. Don't think about it. Oh, this doesn't make sense. It's not, how is this showing up for this? No, don't do that. Just go with the first thing that shows up. Okay. Uh, I know this is going to be hard for a lot of you who are not used to not using 2 plus 2 is 4 logic, uh, but keep doing it. Trust me, you will realize what it does for you. The revelations that will show up, you are going to be blown. Um, Maybe some of you will be like, what the hell is this exercise? Just keep at it. And if you feel like, no, this is not working for me, don't do it. Get on with your life. And whenever you feel like exploring it again, come back to this video. Okay? So, paper and pen, no typing. Paper and pen, listen to the question. I will repeat it maybe twice or thrice. Uh, whatever shows up, just write. At the end of every video, I will silently clear all the energies, all the charges that are attached to your responses. For that, I don't need to know what your responses are. I will clear those energies. And I wonder what magic can this exercise create. Um, this may be a 3-part or a 4-part series. So I'll upload it in installments. Um, huh, let's play. Okay. All right. So, first question, truth. Which emotion do you avoid because it doesn't go along with your story? Truth. Which emotion do you avoid because it doesn't go along with your story? You don't have to ask yourself which story, what, no need. Whatever shows up, just write it. And if more than one thing shows up, please write all of them. You can pause the video and keep writing. Next question, truth. What have you become so used to that you no longer notice it? Truth. What have you become so used to that you no longer notice it? Next, truth. What part of your life have you never thought to question? Truth. What part of your life have you never thought to question truth? What feels completely true to you simply because it always has? Again, truth. What feels completely true to you simply because it always has? Next, truth. What have you decided about yourself that you've never revisited? Again, truth. What have you decided about yourself that you've never revisited? Next, truth. If you met yourself for the very first time today, what would you notice? Again, truth. If you met yourself for the first time today, what would you notice? Next, truth. What do you know without needing anyone else to agree with you? Truth. What is that thing that you absolutely know without needing anyone to agree with you? It can be anything, whatever shows up. Truth. Next question. Truth. What have you been trying to silence instead of listening to? Truth. What have you been trying to silence instead of listening to? Next, truth. What keeps returning to your awareness, asking to be acknowledged? Awareness can be gut feeling, intuition, knowing. So, again, truth. What keeps returning to your awareness, asking to be acknowledged? Something that you're probably not willing to see, something that you're probably not willing to acknowledge, but it keeps showing up and wonder what will change if you acknowledge it now. So, what one last time? Truth. What keeps returning to your awareness, asking to be acknowledged? Next question. Truth. If your discomfort had something to contribute, what might it be? Whatever shows up, don't try to look for something. Whatever shows up, just write the first thing that shows up. Truth. If your discomfort had something to contribute, what might it be? Next, truth. What are you certain about? Whatever shows up. Truth. What are you certain about? And what gives you that certainty? Once again, truth. What are you certain about? And what gives you that certainty? Next, truth. What have you mistaken for who you are? Don't look at it logically. Don't look for your mental assessment of the question. Whatever shows up, just write it. Truth. What have you mistaken for who you are? Next, truth. What have you accepted without ever consciously choosing it? Again, truth. What have you expected? Sorry, what have you accepted without ever consciously choosing it? Once again, truth. What have you accepted without ever consciously choosing it? Next, truth. What part of your day feels the most like you? Truth. What part of your day feels the most like you? Next, truth. What part of the day feels the least like you? Again, what part of the day feels the least like you? Next, truth. What feels light that you've been treating as heavy? If you were willing to look at it for what it is, truth, what feels light that you've been treating as heavy? Next, truth, what feels heavy that you've been pretending is light? Truth, what feels heavy that you've been pretending feels light? Next, truth, what do you keep explaining to yourself? Another way of putting it would be, truth, what do you keep justifying to yourself? So, truth, what do you keep explaining and or justifying to yourself? Truth, what have you stopped being curious about? Truth, what have you stopped being curious about? And the last question for this segment, truth, what would you notice if you observe your life without trying to fix it? Whatever shows up, truth, what would you notice if you observed your life without trying to fix it? You can put your pen down. The set is done. Just clearing the energy, charge. Notice if there was a aha moment in any of these awarenesses that you received. Notice if there was something that you were like, I didn't expect that to show up. In these exercises, I have noticed one thing. I've run these with groups, like 20, 30 people at a time. And the one thing that I have noticed is that a lot of times people will have awareness about things which they never even thought was something that existed even in the back burner. And then these things will show up. And the reason they usually show up is because there's something about them tinkering in your background. So maybe there's something that stay in your subconscious, and now they're coming to the foreground because you were willing to look at these questions from a space of curiosity and were open to receiving the awareness rather than trying to logically make sense of the questions and the responses and how well they go together. Um, this is the beauty about asking questions, that things, if you don't use your mind and cognition, you will become aware of so much more. And this is one of the most beautiful things that I'm eternally grateful for to Access Consciousness. Uh, Dane and Gary, founder and co founder of Access Consciousness, they literally, in all their classes, all their calls, all their talks, practically hammer it repeatedly to everybody, uh, that what are the possibilities if you were to ask questions and just let awareness show up instead of trying to do logic. Because I think most of our lives we have just done logic and we have kind of sidelined our awareness, our gut feelings, our intuitions. I wonder what changes in all of our worlds when we let the mind take a back seat for a bit and we go with our gut feeling every single time. Every single time. I wonder what changes in our worlds. I will see you in the next one.